Morning all. Well, here I am, early hours of the morning, and I'm up as per usual. I don't sleep well, and I'm looking for some milk. So in my attempt to find some milk to have with breakfast, I found a little bushwalk I can go on in Lane Cove here in Sydney that will actually take me to a little waterfall called Lily Pilly Waterfall. So I thought, why not take you guys along? Alright, I'm just about to head in. Let's go and have a look. There's just enough light sneaking through the top of the trees now to... I can make out the path that you guys can't. My eyes are far better than what the digital camera is in this phone. So, it's quite a beautiful little walk. There's a nice little stream down here off to my right hand side. Once again, you can't see it, but if I turn the torch on and make it focus a little bit, just down there is the creek. You might be able to hear it running. There's the water there. So that dark patch there beside that tree, that's water. And so this is the path I'm just following along. Now, you know, this may actually seem unusual to some people for me to do, but it's not. This is one of these things. There is adventure to be had anywhere you go. You just have to go and look for it. You have to go and find it. I say my sole purpose this morning was to get out of bed. I've got my breakfast with me that I've got to add milk to, and then shake it up. It's just in a cup. But it doesn't have to just be get up, go to the shop, get milk, and come home, or back to the motel. You can make an adventure. I don't have a time frame I have to work. Well, I do have a time frame, but you know what I mean. I can actually go and look at stuff while I'm getting the milk. I can go and see things while I'm going to get the milk. Every single day you have that same choice. You have the choice of doing something or finding something a little bit extra while you are doing your tasks. You know, instead of walking along, looking at your phone or texting someone, actually look around you. Look at what's going on around you. And so this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You know, who would have thought that by me getting up and going for a little carton of milk, that I was going to find a nice, beautiful area to walk through, and by the time I'm walking back, you guys will see the real beauty of it. Little bridge. I say, life is to be enjoyed, not to be viewed on a phone or not to be viewed on a screen. Go out and enjoy your life. You've only got one. Don't get too busy in life to not live it. And that can't be any more plainly said. Don't be too busy in life to not live it. You've got to make time to live in your life, to enjoy the things around you. All right, I'm going to get back to walking. I can't walk and talk at the same time and run out of breath. I'm not fit. All right, I'll keep going. Talk to you a bit later. Now, I've just thought of something, and once again, this is one of those things I don't think about. That's me. I'm not you. Now, a lot of people would be saying, in their minds, holy cow, that would be a scary thing to do, to walk through the bush in the dark and not know what's there. Well, in actual fact, this is probably the safest spot to be for me to be walking in Sydney. If I was on the street, I could get run over, I could get mugged, I could get jumped. Could it happen in the bush? Yes, it could. Hell of a lot less likely. More people fear the bush because of the unknown. They don't know what's in there, so they don't go there. In actual fact, there is nothing in the bush, virtually nothing, that is out to get you. Yes, there's things in the bush that will kill you. There's things in the world that will kill you anywhere you go. But the bush is not something to be afraid of. At all. Maybe you can see me face without the light. I don't know. But anyway, don't let the unknown hold you back. If you don't know, find out more information. Go and look for it. Find information that will actually give you the knowledge to go, okay, it's not as bad as what I think it is. And then go and live life. Go and do things. Go and try things you've never done before. You know, don't come to the point in your life where you can't do those things. You go, oh, I wish I had done this and I wish I had done that. Go and do it. Don't say I don't have time. Make time. Make time to go and live life. Don't wait. Don't put it off. Don't think I'll do it later on. Don't think I'll do it when I retire. You may not get there. Just go and live life. All right, I've got a decision to make. Whether to go that way or that way. I think I'll go that way because I think that's going to get me to the waterfall. Booga, 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 booga. That was to scare off any of the scary things that were going to be in here. Whoa, don't fall in the water. Like, yeah. You've got to go out and have an adventure. Like, look at how many people, right? Look at how many people have been in here. Now, there's something about what's on the walls. It tells you something about those people. What do you reckon it tells you? I'd say this is where you've got to start reading what you see when you walk onto a creek. What is it telling you? Do you think there were people in their 80s and 90s that did all that paintwork? Or do you think it might have been kids, you know, early teens, early 20s, maybe into their 30s? That's right, it tells you stuff. You have to learn to read what you see. Everything tells you something. Anyhow, we're going to keep walking down here. Spider webs in the face. Honestly guys, if you didn't know better, you would swear blind. I've got a spider hanging off my phone. You would swear blind I'm a million miles from anywhere. And here I am, Lane Cove, Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Those tree ferns, they're beautiful. I say every day there is adventure waiting for you. You just have to go out and find it. That's a really pretty little waterfall. I bet you when that's got a lot of flow, that'll look magnificent. And there we have Lily Pilly Falls. Big tree ferns. They're prehistoric. They look prehistoric too. So that's the bottom of Lily Pilly Falls. Cool. Now we found something interesting, we need to go and find some milk. Hey there, Kookaburra. What you doing? What you doing, Kookaburra? You gonna talk? Give us a call. Give us a call, Chooka. No? You're gonna go, right. How I'm saying about looking around you and what that tells you. Everything around you tells you something. The rocks. If you know anything about rocks, you know that's sandstone, so it's a sedimentary rock. You know, we're very, very close to the coast. So sandstone is quite predominantly found in these areas. But if you go to other spots along coastlines anywhere in the world, and you'll get basalt, you'll get granite, you'll get every type of rock under you can possibly imagine. So, you know, you don't just always walk into an area thinking you know everything about it. You have to go there and look. That's, I say, what you pick up when you're actually physically there looking at things, not on a screen. You guys are missing, you know, a whole heap of stuff by watching this. You can't smell what I can smell. You can't hear what I can hear, and you can't see because you're only looking one way. I'm looking all around. So that's the importance of actually making that effort to go, right, today, even though I don't feel like doing it, even though I really don't have any reason to do it, I don't have any drive whatsoever, force yourself to stand up, go and get dressed, walk out the door, and just go somewhere. Doesn't have to be anywhere you pick, just walk. Leave the car at home, leave your phone at home. I'm only talking to you guys because I say I want to share this stuff. You know, look, I mean, the cool stuff you find when you just go out walking around. And I say, I intentionally left this morning to go and get a 600ml carton of milk. But I'm going to show you some bark off a tree. That's how cool this is. Check that out. Now, if you ever wondered, you know, anything about where paper comes from, that there, that's a big slope of bark, isn't it? You know, ooh, there's a hole in the rock. What could you use that for? You could carry stuff, you could draw stuff, you could build a shelter with it, like that'll make a good roof on a shelter out in the bush. Like there's enough bark there to build a little shelter. I mean, that's not the only one of those trees either. There's plenty of those trees around here. So much stuff to learn. You just got to go out and look for it. Actually, you don't even have to look for it. Just like that, it's there. It's right in front of your eyes. You got to be there to actually go and find it, to see it, to go, wow, that's cool. You know? Who knows? Like in 2 years' time from now, some of these plants I'm walking past may actually hold the cure to the cancer I have. We just haven't looked there yet. So probably one of your kids' they might look at something completely obvious. Every single person in time has walked past it and just ignored it, and they've looked at it a different way and they've gone, oh, there's something interesting about that, and they'll discover something completely brand new. You know, they say that we've explored the world. That's not right. Man has been, or humankind has been all around the world. We have not fully explored that world that we live in. I dare say we've explored less than 1%. That's how little we know about everything around us. It's all there, but we don't look at it. We fail to see it. All right, I'm babbling on again. I'll keep, well, there was a Chinese, what they call a Chinese windmill, Chinese palm. I don't know, it's not. It's actually a different plant. That's a native Australian one, I think. So you look at plants and you realise just how old they are. You know, the plant itself's not old. It's, you know, maybe a couple of years. But how long has that plant been around? Thousands of years? Probably. It didn't just pop up out of the ground. Haha, gotchas, that was a joke. It didn't just pop into existence. It's been here for a long time. You know, there's botanical names for it. People have studied it. They can tell you all about how it reproduces, how it spores, how the seeds, you know, everything about it. If you look for that information, it's there. This is actually quite a nice little area just to go for a wander. They've got some nice formed stairs, they've got some nice timber bridges going across the little trickles of water through the gorge. And I say, it's just not far up here. You walk out into suburbia. Houses on both sides, cars parked everywhere, and tar road, concrete footpaths. But little pockets of this nature, they exist everywhere. You know, we've got to look after it. You know, these things here are, you know, the main things that are giving us the oxygen, and they're also helping our mistakes. Like, they're starting to absorb some of the carbon that we've put into the air. You know, we've got to look after the things we've got. It's not a disposable world. You know, once we're finished with this one, we can't just throw it away and go to the next one. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm putting down? You know, you come to a point where you think, well, if I think about me all the time, me, I want this, I want that, I want that, and you don't think about the person sitting beside you, or the person you live with, the people you work with, the people that you share your country with, the people that we share this one tiny little dot in the vastness of space with. And you think about yourself then, you're nothing. You're not even a speck of dust. You know, we are bigger than just one person. If we could only learn to work together, to look at things more closely and understand things better, imagine what the world would be like tomorrow if we all did that today. I know it's a wish, I know it's fanciful, because I mean, reality tells us that that just doesn't happen. Oh, my arm's getting tired. You know, and why? Why doesn't it happen? Why can't it become reality? Well, it can. But we have to make the choice to do it. You have to make the choice to stand up out of the chair and go, I'm going to walk out the front door. and go and do something, even if it's just go for a walk. Sometimes you've got to push, you've got to be the drive in your life. You can't wait for somebody else to go, you need to do this, or you need to do it yourself. Don't wait for someone else to tell you to do it. Oh, I get so out of breath. That's I'll see if I can wedge us up in the tree. How's that? There you go. Oh. I find it hard to get my breath, to catch it. I quite often find myself holding my breath. Now, if I'm trying to do something and I'm really concentrating, I'll find that I actually hold my breath now. And it tires me out so quick. And I don't know why I do it. Not sure. I think a lot of it's to do with my frustration with the fact that I've got this thing. The frustration that I don't have the same fitness that I used to have, that I'm feeling more fragile. I'm just spotting some sort of animal going through the bush. So every now and then I've got to say to myself, stop, Andrew, don't push, just stop. Look around you, take a breath, breathe. So now I'm at the moment, I'm relearning how to live. It's one of those things, you don't come to a stage in life where something happens, you go, I'm going to give up. You just need to go, okay, so things are going to change, I'm adaptable, I'll change with it. And it can lead to better things, it really can. If I didn't have this cancer, I probably wouldn't be having this discussion with you, because I would have kept these thoughts to myself. And we do. Quite often we're frightened to actually talk about our thoughts and our feelings, because we're worried what people will think of us or how they will judge us. I'll say you go through most of your life wearing a mask in public because you're not your true self. I've pretty much been as close to my true self, I think, with my wow, that one had landing lights on it. Was that big? Holy dooly. Been pretty much myself because I found it easy. There's so much effort in trying to put on a different face. You're holding yourself back from saying things. You're holding yourself back from doing things. So you're putting all that energy into being not you, when it's much easier just to be you and be happy. I've got to move. These things are actually, they're that big, they're raping the sparrows. I got there in the end. I'm going to tell you something funny. I was just sitting outside the hospital there, grabbed myself a coffee and grabbed some milk for breakfast. That's the milk that I went to get. And I was just watching all the people coming in, like all the people that are working at the hospital coming in. And a lot of the medical staff are all wearing very bright, colourful shirts, you know. Cheer everybody up. Does it look real good when everybody's walking like this? Got all these bright coloured, you know, colourful, loud shirts on, and they're all wearing very, very sad faces. And here's something even funnier. You guys have chosen to actually click on a button and listen to me talk. If I try and talk to people that walk past, complete strangers, they won't even make eye contact with me. Because it feels weird, it feels foreign for somebody to actually communicate to them. Is that weird or what? Yet people pay to watch other people talk, but if you try and talk to them in public, what's wrong with that fella? He's trying to talk to me. It's weird. We now live in a very, very weird world. You know, I smiled at, I don't know how many people I walked past and I smiled at, and they made very brief eye contact and looked away. The ones, however, that did actually look and make eye contact and seen that I was smiling, they smiled back. Not all of them, but most of them did. You know, you walk past people every day, and you very, very rarely will actually make eye contact with every person you walk past. But that moment, that very split second when you look and they're looking straight at you and you've both made eye contact, you've made contact. And I say you realise that you just physically made contact with someone simply by looking at them. You didn't say anything, you didn't smile, you just made eye contact. Very important. There's a bush tool. Oh, what they call a scrub fowl. Don't mind me, I'm just shooting the video of the bird. You're right. So, yeah. I talk about it and it feels weird to talk about, but when you actually try and do it for real, in real life, that's when it feels really weird. It feels, I suppose it nearly feels unnatural, unsafe when you actually talk to someone in public that you don't know. Who the hell is that guy? That's the world we live in. We fear making contact with people. We fear, you know, showing emotion like smiling to someone, giving any sort of hint away of who you are. It's just, I say, we live in a bizarre world these days. All right, I'm gonna head back, make some brekkie, pack the car, and then we're gonna head back home. See yous.
How are you? Yep, yep.